What's going on, guys? Mattio Daddio Mining here. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Happy Friday. So, the reason of today's video is, I'm sure as you've already heard, Iceriver has dropped their next generation of home miners for Alephium and Kaspa. So, let's take a peek at those real quick. Okay, so here we are. Let's just go here real quick. Let's get them all up. And these are them. Look at them. They look so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so let's start with the KS2 Lite. Looks like 2 terahash at 500 watts. What was the original KS2? I want to say that was also 2 terahash at 1200 watts, I believe. Half of what it was, which that's fantastic. So let's take a look here. Shipping is going to be only a couple of weeks away, mid-October through late October, depending on when you order this, obviously. Okay, so they have taken a page from other, companies who put out, quote unquote, like you can't see my air quotes right now, but home miners. A lot of places like that, they will just do Wi-Fi. Looks like Iceriver is jumping on that bandwagon as to offering a Wi-Fi solution instead of just hardwired. I'm an old school IT guy. I prefer everything that can be hardwired, needs to be hardwired, but that's just me. So this is a fantastic solution for people out there who want to just throw this anywhere, earn some Kaspa. So that's fantastic. Let's look at the price on it real quick, which is $500. So after all is said and done, I don't know how much shipping would be on this thing. I want to say the KS0 shipping was like $55 to my location. I imagine something similar. I don't really know how big this thing is in regards to the original KS0, the Pro or the Ultra or, what have you. So, but one other thing that I wanted to take a look at is it more, I don't want to say profitable, but is it more efficient to get one of these, or is it more efficient to get a bunch of KS0 Ultras and overclock them? So, I mean, right now, they have KS0s on sale for like $150 maybe. So $130. So for under $200 you can get one of these. And I mean, honestly, the prices will probably even drop on eBay too. You could probably get this same thing right now for, I think the last price I paid on eBay a month ago or 3 weeks ago was about $250. So that ain't bad. So anyways, what I'm getting at is right now I have all my KS Ultras. I have 6 of them and then 2 Pros. A little over 600 gigahash is what I'm getting on the Ultras. About 300 is what I'm getting on the Pros. For a grand total of almost 4.4 terahash, earning me roughly about 31 Kaspa a day. With the minting of those KRC tokens, your estimated daily profit has been up and down. I mean, yesterday I was making 44 a day, and then the day before that I was back to this typical 33, and then the day before that I was at 45 again. So it just seems like every day is a little bit different. But just going off this right now, 30 a day. So right now I have 6 KS0 Ultras, 2 KS0 Pros. Obviously, all of them are overclocked. Right now I'm getting currently about 4.4 terahash. So the thing that I want to figure out is I want to see if it's more cost efficient to buy a couple of these or KS0 Ultras. So the Iceriver KS2 Lite, 500 watts, 2 terahash, for $500. So with the 2 terahash, you are only going to be getting roughly about 15, 16 Kaspa a day. Now currently with my 6 KS0 Ultras and my 2 Pros, like I said above, I'm getting 4.4. Each of these devices is getting 120 watts, give or take. 120 watts times 8 should be just under 1,000. Let me see here. 120, 960. If you bought 2 of these KS2 Lites, that would be 1,000 watts, slightly more power, and you would be getting roughly about the same hash, actually a little bit less. I mean, they would be probably getting right at 4. Maybe they might bump up to 4.4, during a spike or something like that. But so right now for power, you're sitting better just to run some KS0 Ultras as far as power goes. Now, if I got rid of these KS0 Pros, yes, my power would be the same still, but I would replace each of these with 600, which would give me an additional I don't know what, 600 gigahash. So that would put me at about 5 terahash at 1,000 watts. So you would get more bang for your buck going through your ultras. Now, you are paying right now on, whoops, sorry guys, wrong page again. So right now you are paying 130 for a KS0 Ultra. So let's just run that math real quick. 130. Let's call it, you know what, for including, there is shipping in there too. So we'll call it 160 with shipping times 8, which is how many devices I have, which $1,280 is what you would pay for 8 KS0 Ultras. And as I said above, each of them would have to be overclocked. You're getting 1 terahash more, but you're also paying about $300 more. So I mean, really, that's kind of, you know, 6 a dozen or half a dozen of the other right there. You're kind of splitting hairs at that point, but you would still be getting more terahash. And again, at less wattage, not very much less wattage, but again, you would be getting 5 terahash for 40 watts less than what 4 terahash would be running the KS2 Lite. So honestly, what I would probably end up doing in my scenario, and I'm not saying go out and buy a whole bunch of KS0s, I'm just saying coming from, somebody who already has devices. So I mean, usually what I do, and I dropped the ball on this with the KS Pros. What I did do with the original KS0s is when the KS Pros came out, I sold my KS0s right away, and then I used that money to buy the Pro. I should have done the same thing with when the Ultras came out. I should have sold my Pros right away since they were getting, you were getting more sale price for them, and I should have just bought Ultras. So actually, what I end up doing is just selling these 2 Pros, getting whatever I can for them, and then just buying 2 more Ultras. So then I can have 5 terahash for under 1,000 watts. I mean, that's not too bad. But for somebody who doesn't have anything, it would definitely be more cost efficient and make more sense to obviously buy the KS2 Lites. So pretty much what I'm getting at is it doesn't make sense to sell all of your existing machines to get the newest one in this scenario, in my opinion. So, okay, so that's about it for the Kaspa. Let's talk about the next one, which is the Alephium one. Okay, so let's talk about this guy real quick. So 2 terahash at 500 watts, $1,300. Don't forget that you will have to pay tariffs on this one because it is over 800. Okay, so if this thing is the same as the same shipping as the KS0 or the AL0, that's going to be 55. So let's add, or at least 55 to my location. It could be a different price for you. So then let's add, we'll just call it 1,300. Say so 1,355. So you're going to have to pay taxes on it. It's 25% in America, if that's where you're at. For anybody else, I'm sorry, I can't help with that. You'll have to consult your tax code, whatever you do to figure that out. But for us, it's 25%. So you times that by 1.25. So all said and done, out the door, this thing is going to cost you $1,700. And I'm going to say right off the rip, man, no, it is not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. And I'm going to tell you why. So when the AL0s came out, originally, they were making 12 Alephium a day. And that was when the news was dropped. So fast forward a month or so, I ordered one right away. Fast forward a month or so, I get it. I set it up. The very first day, I was making 5. Fast forward another 3 weeks or so, I'm making 1. No, it's dropping even more. It's making not even 1 a day now. So I'm making 0.9. And I do have this thing currently overclocked slightly. Not much. Doing 554 right now, averaging 433. I could do more. I do have a small USB fan on this thing. I know these need a higher, warmer temp to run better, and I do get a better hash rate. It doesn't sit well with me with the temperature being that high. So I'm sacrificing an extra 20 or 30 gigahash for the sake of not burning this thing up. So, I mean, I could probably do better, but the point that I'm arriving at here is ever since I bought this thing, it's been steadily going down, which is that's the way ASIC miners work. That's just the way it is. Or any miners, the more people that get on the network, the lower your profits are. So with that being said, when I first got the AL0, I was making 5. Now I'm down to not even 1. So now let's plug in the numbers for the the AL2 Lite. At 2 terahash, 500 watts. Let's go to, it's been a little bit. I still use this from time to time, and actually I already ran the numbers on this thing yesterday. So 2 terahash, 500 watts, you're making 635 a day. So you're pulling in 3.9 Alephium a day. And actually when I ran this yesterday, it was 5. So it's already gone down. So I can't justify that at all. Not even close. The price for Alephium has to skyrocket. It needs to at least like 2 or 3x right now to make any kind of profit. And really, since now I'm making less than 1 Alephium a day on my AL0, honestly, I think today, as soon as I get this posted, I'm gonna list it for sale on eBay, because I ended up cashing out all of my Alephium to buy this AL0. I think I spent like $800 on it. I didn't care about really making the USD portion back. I just wanted to make back the amount of Alephium that I pulled out to cover it, which I think was like 300 at the time. So that's my number right there. So honestly, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to list it on eBay today as soon as I get this video edited and uploaded. I checked last night and they're still going for like $700 or $800. I think I might just take that money and throw it and buy Alephium instead of trying to mine it. So anyways, yeah, so that is the new devices. You know, up to you guys if you want to buy them. For me personally, it doesn't make any sense, especially considering the lack of Alephium that these are already pulling in and they're not even out yet. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. You know, you guys do you. Nothing in these videos are financial information or anything like that. But if you did enjoy this content and you want to help out the channel, give it a like, throw a comment down below. Let me know, are you guys going to get this thing or are you going to pass it up? Let me know what's on your guys' minds. Thanks, everybody, for watching. You guys all take it easy. Have a wonderful weekend.